Well, I can't say it any better than that. Good morning from Whitman Regional Airport, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. AirVenture is canceled thanks to coronavirus, but we can still have fun pretending that we're there. So, alright, let's jump in the airplane. So, welcome to 20MinHop from Oshkosh. We are going to do a short trip down to Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin, to the Aviation Heritage Center of Wisconsin this morning. There's something really cool down there. It is the North Central Airlines exhibit, and they have a DC-3 that's not North Central colors yet, but I put in North Central colors, and so we'll actually see that airplane when we land in Sheboygan. That's our trip for today. Without further ado, we'll get started here and on the road. So I had to do a slight wardrobe change here. It is International Oral Shirt Day. What that means is typically the Thursday or Friday of AirVenture Vintage Aircraft Association volunteers. We wear our Hawaiian shirts out on the flight line in honor of our friend Orlo. I also had to change out of my standard Martin Air pilot cap that I like to wear flying, and I've got my Antique Classic Division volunteer hat from 1998. Little AirVenture traditions today to keep the spirit going, and we will be back at Oshkosh next year. We will, yes. All right, let's get underway here. Crack myself up.
Seats, position and lock.
Position and lock.
Seat backs, upright.
Upright.
Seat belts and harnesses, secure.
Secured.
Parking brake, set.
Brakes are set.
All avionics, off.
Avionics are
Circuit breakers,
off.
in. Landing gear handle, down.
Landing
Flaps,
gears down.
up. Cowl flaps, open. Light switches, off.
Lights are off.
Electric elevator trim switch, off.
It's off.
Fuel selector valve, check operation, then full S tank. Battery and alternator switches, on. Fuel quantity indicators, check quantity. Checklist complete.
Alright, fuel quantity is good. Got full tanks. Full tanks, battery, alternator switch. Fuel pump on. Shoot up in the head here. Engine checklist. Alright, props full. Throttles open. Fuel pump on. Throttle quarter. Magneto start. Beacon on. So if we were really at Oshkosh, we would have a flagman with us, making sure that any spectators or people that are walking around the airplane, we got some traffic coming in, would not get in the way of the propeller. We don't have any flagmen this morning. We're just going to taxi out to 36 left for the departure. But anyways, that's the real procedure at Oshkosh. Quick prop.
Propeller, high RPM.
Alright, avionics are on, set prop, set throttle, good. Radios on, we're at 3,000, throttle 1,000, oil pressure is good, no external power, alternator switch is on. We are charging. Engine indicators are good. Starter engines are light. We are not equipped. Prime condition. The brakes, avionics equipment is on. Alright, so we'll listen to the tower on 8.5. Got it set. CTAB for Sheboygan 122.7. That's set. Let's get Oshkosh weather 125.9. And Sheboygan weather is 18425. Alright, And good com 1 on.
Oshkosh Airport, information, kilo 1213. Wind calm, visibility greater than 20 miles. Evacuation clear. Temperature +7, dew point +5. Altimeter 301. Item visual, runway 36. Left visual, runway 36. Viking ILS, runway 36. Landing and departing runway 36. Left runway 36. Viking runway 36. VFR aircraft redirection of flight. All aircraft remain back home short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact at kilo. Oshkosh Airport information, kilo 1213 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Evacuation clear. Temperature +7, dew point +5. Altimeter 301. Item visual, runway 36.
And my go flight modules just crapped on me.
Left runway 36. Viking runway 36. VFR aircraft redirection of flight. All aircraft remain back home.
So I've mentioned it in the past, I have GoFlight modules, which are basically USB devices that give you cockpit functionality. I've got a transponder, I've got COM1 and COM2, nav1, nav2, I've got landing gear, elevator trim, and flaps, and then I've got a variety of push buttons and toggle switches to simulate the functions in my cockpit, whether it be starter switch, prop heat, pitot heat, switching my radios, tuning my radios, setting my transponder. I have all that stuff. And in my quest to get good frame rates, I deleted the FSX CFG file, and now my GoFlight modules are dropping out on me after about 5 minutes. It's usually, it seems that it's when I do the comm there that I switch the comms. So I don't know what's up with that. I've got to troubleshoot that, and it's just another thing. I actually blew my window yesterday to actually fly because I was doing so much FSX config crap that it blew me out. It's so ultra frustrating. I am going to get Flight Sim 2020. Like, it's time to just say goodbye to Flight Sim X Steam Edition. It's just done. I'm just done with it. Spoiler alert, when FSX 2020 drops in a couple weeks, I am getting it. Stay tuned for that. And that should be pretty exciting because the scenery is just stellar. And they actually have a Beechcraft Bonanza built into the game this time. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And extremely excited to see where this goes. So we got our frequencies set. I just had my little tirade about flights and configurations. All right, let's get back into it. Lights. All right, we're ready to go. Clear on the left and clear on the right. Here. Something I discovered in forums yesterday. Thank you, AvSim. Is what has been brutalizing the frame rates. Not going to have the Gucci airspeed anymore, but it is so worth it to have better frame rates. And we don't have to move the map on there, but we have ForeFlight. Taxiway is ours, so we can do a run up here. Throttle set for takeoff checklist.
Seat belts and harnesses. Check.
Secure.
Parking brake. Set.
Holding the brakes.
Radios. Check.
They're set.
Engine instruments. Check.
Check.
Flight instruments. Check and set.
Check.
Starter energized warning light.
Actually,
If installed.
And let's get 2986. 2986. Okay.
Starter energized warning light. If installed. Not illuminated.
Not illuminated.
Throttle. 1,700 revolutions per minute. Propeller. Exercise. Then high RPM.
Okay. Exercise the prop. Check.
Propeller. Exercise. Then high RPM. Magnetus. Max 100.
Check out that. Slight dip. 1690. Check it. $16.90. Back to both. Drop of the light.
Magnetus. Max 150 revolutions per minute drop. Max 50 revolutions per minute div. Aileron trim. Neutral. Elevator trim. 3 masculine ordinal nose up.
And we're doing 6 up because I'm
Flaps.
single
Up.
pilot.
Doors and windows. Secure.
They're secure.
Flight controls. Proper direction. Free and clear. Mixture. Full rich or as required.
Good on the right. Full
Brakes.
rich.
Release. Instruments. Check. Checklist complete.
Flight controls are good. Mixtures full rich. Brakes release. Instruments check. Alright, PPF checklist to be 2700, rotating at 64. We are going to make a right turn to heading 150 before reaching the control tower and climbing to 1300 feet all the way to the shoreline. And I've got a waypoint set in ForeFlight. Alright, so if we were at Oshkosh, we would see a mobile tower unit right here, and we'd say monitor tower on 118.5. And we would get it. I'm just getting chills right now.
Runway 36.
Alright. So we would see flagman out there, FAA basically signaling us, giving us the come ahead, and we're going to take it. Alright. There we go. Your speed's alive. Using speeds in the green. Rotate. 50, 1300. Sugar, power. So takeoff time was 4 minutes ago. $725. Boring. See here, here. Can't miss Santa. Sheboygan weather.
Oshkosh Airport information monitor 10310.
And the frequency has changed. Yeah, 721. Alright, they don't have that in ESOS. Funky scenery. AutoGen does look very nice. The longest time it's fly without AutoGen because there is an aspect that it is not realistic because you'll get trees and houses in places that they don't, especially when you're flying around airports. But it does look very nice when you're flying over the countryside, that is for sure.
Destination 8 sauces 118.425.
Yeah, I wish it was. But we will call that as our approach time. Approach time is 7:33. So in a future season of 20MinHop, we are going to be flying Convair 580, which is a airliner from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. And we are going to be doing some 20MinHops in the Convair, and one of which will be flying the Convair into Oshkosh. This is going to be quite a while out because there are some other trips that we're going to do in the meantime. Here we come up on St. Anna. But St. Anna will be a waypoint for the arrival into Oshkosh for us. Convair 580 is a turbine aircraft, so when you're flying into Oshkosh in a turbine aircraft, you actually have different approach procedures. You do not fly the Fisk arrival. You fly the Warbird turbine arrival for runway 27. But the name Anna has great significance in our family and as a tribute to Anna. That is why whenever flying into Oshkosh, I was going to fly over St. Anna. Alright, we'll get our descent checklist going here. Power set.
Power set. Brakes.
Alright,
Release.
take off there.
Landing gear. Retract after positive climb. Airspeed. Establish desired climb speed. Checklist complete.
And cruise checklist has been completed. We have the cowl flaps closed.
Cowl flaps. Closed. Power. Set. Mixture. Set fuel flow. Checklist complete.
Set checklist.
Altimeter. Set. Cowl
Use the
flaps.
local altimeter.
Closed. Power. As required. Mixture. Enrich as required. Checklist complete.
I do really miss the tapes. I'm very used to seeing my airspeed right in front of my eyes. Landing checklist.
Seat belts and harnesses. Fastened. Seat backs. Upright. Fuel selector valve. Full S tank.
It's on both.
Cowl flaps. As required.
They're closed.
Mixture. Full ridge. Or as required. Landing gear. Down and check.
And here's full reach.
Landing and
Landing gear
taxi
down.
belts. As required. Flaps. Full down. Airspeed. Establish normal approach speed. Propeller. High RPM. Checklist complete.
Get high RPM on final. Okay, so switch over to Sheboygan traffic. Sheboygan County Memorial traffic. Bonanza 9092 Tango is an A36 Bonanza. Inbound on a 45 for runway 31, full stop, Sheboygan County. Traffic pattern. 1555. This can be autopilot. Here's the airfield. Sheboygan County traffic. Bonanza 9092 Tango is on a 4-mile 45 for runway 31 left traffic, full stop, Sheboygan. Just my heading vote for runway 31. the right. Flaps down. Sheboygan traffic, Bonanza 9092 Tango left downwind, runway 31, full stop Sheboygan. Speed's good. Turn on the water base. Clear on the right. Clear on the left. Sheboygan traffic, Bonanza 9092 Tango left base, runway 31, Sheboygan. Bird out there. Speed's good. Sheboygan traffic, Bonanza 9092 Tango, final runway 31, full stop Sheboygan. We are 400.
Short final runway 31.
5, 100. This is part of the auto gem. These trees are not here. 2035. Sheboygan Falls traffic Bonanza 92 Tango clear 31. Taxi to Aviation Heritage Center, Sheboygan. Afternoon checklist. Downtime 7:47. That's a good number. Are you an av geek when you see that type of a thing? When you look at your clock and it says 3:20 or 7:47 or 7:57, do you like immediately like think like, oh, that's a good time? Like, oh yeah, perfect. Like, yes, yeah, I do it. Especially A320, I love that jet, and 747, I love that jet. And anytime I see that come up on the clock, I'm just like, all right, that's cool. I like it. But put a note in the comments if you feel the same way about seeing model numbers on your clock.
Landing and taxi lights, as required. Flaps, upright. Trim tab, set to 3 masculine ordinal. Cowl flaps, open. Checklist complete.
Alright, lanes off, strobe off, beacon on. Taxi variant. There she is, there she is, there she is. So I have a outstanding, amazing add-on for Flight Simulator. It's produced by Lorby SI and it is called WAMA. Where Are My Aircraft? A long time ago I was trying to figure out how I could put static aircraft into Flight Simulator. Basically using my fleet of airplanes to basically place them around to build up scenes and things like that on the ramps. And lo and behold, I came across WAMA, and it is such an awesome program. We'll taxi over to the North Central DC3 and park, and then what I'll do is I'll hop out. Literally, you can hop out of the aircraft and see him sitting there. It's such a cool add-on, and it didn't cost very much at all either. So if you and you know, this is the thing about going from Flight Sim X to Flight Sim 2020. You know, are these add-ons going to work? They've said that they are, so we'll trust that they do, because I will be very, very sad if I can't use Lorby SI's WAMA. Alright, so I'm going to go in external view here, and let's hold here. Is that cool or what? Is that cool or what? Alright, shutdown checklist. Pulling the brakes.
Brakes. Set. Electrical and radio equipment. Off. Throttle. Closed. Mixture. Idle cut off. Magnetic start switch. Off. Battery and alternator switches. Off. Control lock. Install. Wheel chocks. Install. Parking brake. Release. Checklist complete.
Alright, so trying to go through things. I wasn't overly paused there, but shutdown checklist. Alright, it's not that critical events. We can just get these knocked out once we get them knocked out. So, electrical radio equipment off, throttles closed, mixture cut off, legs off, battery alternator switch off. No control lock, we can do wheel chocks. And time 53. So that's pretty darn cool. And those Aviation Heritage Center of Wisconsin actually went out to Arizona. They found this aircraft. It actually was an aircraft that was one of the remaining aircraft that actually flew with North Central Airlines. There were only about 4 left, and they had to do a ton of restoration, new engines and everything. It actually was found in something like California or Nevada. It's derelict there, and they got a ferry permit. They were able to get it down to Arizona for the bulk of the restoration. They needed things that it needed to get from Arizona back to Sheboygan, and now it is down in Sheboygan. And it's hard to find information about it. You would think that they would be doing constant updates on progress and like pictures of the inside and where it's at, but it's very disappointing for the amount of money that people donated to get the airplane there. I'm sorry, Aviation Heritage Center, Wisconsin. I love you. I am so impressed that you guys got the DC-3. The North Central Airlines exhibit in Sheboygan is really, really cool, but really, like, for all the money that people put forth to get the airplane, like, please, 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 like, get a better website, get more pictures, and just give us some updates on this, you know, because, you know, like, I'm 42 years old, but I still love Herman the Duck, and I still love North Central Airlines, and I still love Republic, and I want to see this airplane flying. I want to see it in North Central colors, and I want to see it touring Wisconsin and the upper Midwest, where people that love North Central Airlines still are. And so I will jump off my soapbox at this point, but very, very happy to be down here, and such a cool thing to see this. And again, Aviation Heritage Center, Wisconsin, congratulations. It is so incredible that you guys got the DC-3 from where it was as literally like nearly not going to fly ever again to here it is in Sheboygan. So for the 20-minute hop, I'm Sean, and we will see you on the next one. So long.